Hello everyone! To begin this lesson, you are going to trace your rainbow crayon tracer 6 times. Notice we're putting the crayons fairly close together, so we have room to fit all 6. Next, you're going to begin coloring them the rainbow colors. So, showing that with these Crayola markers, if you hold it straight up and down, it's a thin line. If you tilt it while you're coloring, you get that edge of the cone shape, and you can use a thicker line. So carefully fill in your crayons using markers, and we're trying to work on good craftsmanship, coloring all of the white areas inside the shape. So here you can see I am just switching papers on the last one, coloring in purple. Feel free to use different shades of greens, blues, purples, and you can even swap out pink for red. For the next step, you're going to put your sketchbook underneath because we are using Sharpie and it might soak through. You're going to work on designing the wrapper for your crayon. Now in this video, I'm going to show how to do the Crayola design. So that is one straight line, one wavy line, a matching wavy line, and another straight line. In the center of the wrapper, there'll be an oval shape. And you can position that oval in different places depending upon if you want to show that the crayons have kind of rolled around your paper. You will also be using the Sharpie to outline the entire crayon. It is supposed to look like all 6 crayons have come out of the same box of crayons. So whatever wrapper design you make, you want to make sure that you are repeating it. So in this lesson, there is going to be a lot of repetition where we're working on the same type of skills over and over and over. Those are making our art muscles nice and strong. You'll do that to all of your crayons, and notice that there is a wrapper design at both the top and the bottom. Here I am just finishing them up. Please take your time on this because the Sharpie is permanent and we want to make sure that we are getting our design drawn solidly. The next day, we're going to be practicing some different black and white only designs. So in your sketchbook, draw out 4 different pattern ideas. And then we're going to switch to our painting material. So we have a 12 by 12 square of paper. So you'll get some water, a pencil, and some black watercolor. Please put your name on the back. I forgot to put down a placemat, so please make sure you also grab a placemat. I'm going to use 2 different size brushes for this part. So a skinnier brush is going to be used to make the lines, and then that wider flat brush I'll use to kind of fill in my shapes. This pattern example is going to be a checkerboard. To make a checkerboard, we're going to paint vertical lines. Vertical lines go up and down. Then we are switching and adding in horizontal lines. Those are the lines that are going side to side. In order to paint a checkerboard, you can see you need to color 1 square black and then switch. Each row is the opposite, creating that cool checkerboard look. While your painting is drying, you can begin starting to cut out your crayons. We're cutting all 6 of them. And for this part, you do need to slow down and go careful. Once your crayons are cut and your background paper is dry, start by laying them out. Think about what you want your overall design to be. Do you want the crayons kind of grouped by color family? Like maybe you want to put all the primary crayons together. Or maybe you want to put them in rainbow order. In this one, you can see they're kind of grouped by warm and cool colors. So before you glue, play around, think about how you want the crayons to be. And for this lesson, you can have the crayons hanging over the edge because we're going to trim any ends off after we're done gluing. So we're using Elmer's glue for the beginning because I know my crayons are hanging off. I'm just putting on a little glue to tack them in place. I'll cut off the edges. You just flip the paper over, run your scissors along the edge, and any part of the crayon that's sticking off is going to get trimmed off. Notice I only have a little bit sticking off. I don't really want to have a lot of crayon loss. I want as much of my crayons as possible. Finish gluing and then rub firmly on the back to make sure all of them are adhered. There we have it. Our rainbow crayon collage is done.